Welcome everyone. So it's India versus England in England, and it couldn't get any better. So this will be the preview of the Indian side for the first test match, and it's going to be one heck of a test series, I must say, in these difficult times. Talking about the pitch, it's a typical English pitch where you win the toss and bat first, and there is nothing to think about that. The average score lies between somewhere 300 to 350 batting first, and then the score reduces as the test match goes on. So one particular thing about the Nottingham pitch is spin comes into the play after the second or the third day, so it will be very interesting how the Indian team will pick their spinners. And now for the important thing, talking about the 11. So for me, the 11 picks itself out for the first test match. So India from my opinion, India should go all guns blazing with their most experienced 11, if you ask me. So starting with the openers, we have Rohit and Mayank Agarwal. So Mayank Agarwal should get a go in the first couple of test matches, and Abhimanyu Ishwaran is in the hut as a opener, as a backup opener. So we have to see how that goes. So it's all about the openers for me. So in England, if your openers are not doing well, that will be a difficult thing. So we'll talk about that later. So Rohit Sharma, Mayank Agarwal, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane. So this is where India is so strong. The middle order, Pujara, Rahane and Kohli, and it will be Pant as the keeper, Ashwin and Jadeja the spin duo, and Bumrah, Shami and Ishant will be our pacers. So this is the 11 for me, and the openers. So if this Indian side has any trouble, so it has to be with the openers. I know many of you guys are not going to agree, but it is what it is. If you look at the stats for Rohit Sharma, he has 700s in home, and I think it's only 200s away from home, and he has average of 27, whereas Mayank has a couple of hundreds in home but not even a single century away from home, and even his average falls somewhere around the mark of 26-27. So if your both openers are averaging around the late 20s, and if they are your experienced openers, so as to speak, it will be a very difficult tour for India if the openers don't do well. I mean, you can give him 10 innings and Virat Kohli can say go out there and win us at least 5 of the innings or at least 4 of the innings. Depend on how Pujara plays. I know it's how it is for how it has been for the in the previous years. So it's very important for Pujara to play a long innings and get those big daddy hundreds, which he is renowned for. And coming to the next couple of guys, it's if there was any two guys in the middle order who has more pedigree, it is Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane. So it's going to be good if we see those Kohli and Rahane partnerships where they go on to get daddy partnerships like 200 or 150 runs. There's nothing to talk much about Kohli and Rahane. Kohli, we know he struggled in the first series when he came to England, and he scored well over 700 or 600 runs in his next series in England. So it's going to be very important how he bats and with what kind of energy and aggression Virat Kohli bats and that sort of stuff. But Kohli and Rahane for me are going to who can create such an impact as Rishabh Pant does in this Indian team. So Rishabh Pant, the spin twins Ashwin and Jadeja, and the rest of the bowlers Bumrah, Ishant and Shami. I know we have to talk about this when India are playing the test matches. Well, this has been a long standing issue and everybody knows this. It's an open secret. What is that? Can the Indian bowlers wrap up the tail as quickly as possible? I know what you all guys are thinking. This Indian bowling attack looks as strong as it can be, but we have seen in the past that the attack, kind of weakens a bit after they have taken 6 or 7 odd wickets. They are unable to wrap up the tail. So in this test series, we have to see, can the Indian bowlers wrap up the England tail when necessary, using pace and spin, whatever it is. Can they put that kind of pressure on the tail while bowling and create that fear? So I know India lost the final of the World Test Championship because I believe that they were, the other batsmen didn't have the fear of facing these bowlers. Even though they are proven and pedigreed bowlers, there is no fear that these guys are going to pick up those wickets. So it's all about that. Can the Indian fast bowlers create fear in the opposition batsmen and their tail enders?